The Prana Agnihotra Upanishad presented by Svayam Prakash Sharma. The Prana Agnihotra Upanishad is about the sacrifice that is offered in the fire of Prana, the vital breath. The underlying principle here is that with this sacrifice, the vital breaths are satisfied, and since the vital breaths are satisfied, the sense organs and the corresponding gods or deities and all the accompanying quarters are also satisfied, resulting in all-round satisfaction. The Upanishad belongs to the Atharva Veda, and in the Muktika list of 108 Upanishads to be studied for salvation, this Upanishad figures at serial number 94 of that list. Source material for this upload has been taken from the 60 Upanishads of the Veda by Paul DEUSSEN. The Upanishad. We now explain the sacrifice that is offered in one's own body. The sacrifice which forms the essence of the Upanishads. The sacrifice which is helpful for the knowledge of the world. The sacrifice which is studied in the Vedas and which has food as its authority. Understand this, that liberation from this world is possible in this human body even without performing the Agnihotra, without the Sankhya and even without Yoga. It is with this thought, it is with this belief that one puts cooked food down on the ground according to the prescription applicable to him, which he then consecrates with the 3 verses, the plants and herbs that are in the kingdom of Som, and with the 2 verses, give us, O Lord, food, etc. The plants and herbs which are in the kingdom of Som, which are many and which are different in hundreds of ways. The plants and herbs that Brahma created in the past. May those plants and herbs protect us from fear. Those that bear fruit and those that do not bear fruit. Those that blossom and those that do not blossom. The plants and herbs that Brihaspati created in the past. May all those plants and herbs protect us from fear. I apply the herb Nagarisa to you, the herb that reinvigorates. May this herb scare away all the demons and may it bring you fresh life force. O Lord of food, give us wholesome and health-giving food. Lead the sacrificer on and on. Give strength to all of us, those with 2 legs and those with 4 legs. Whatever indigestible food I eat so often, the food that has already been tasted by Rudras and by the evil spirits, may the Lord make all such food free from all danger and malignancy. Make that food good and auspicious, O Lord. Swaha to you. You abide within all beings. You abide in the cave of the heart. And you abide everywhere. You are the sacrifice. You are Brahma. You are Rudra. You are Vishnu. You are the exclamation Vasat. You are water. You are light. You are the essence. You are the immortal. You are Brahm. You are Bhur, the earth. You are Bhua, the atmosphere. You are Swarg, the heaven. You are Om. I salute you. May the earth be purified by the waters. And being so purified, may the earth make me pure as well. May the earth be purified by Brahmanaspati, be purified by Brahm, and purified by them, may the earth make me pure as well. The food that is left over after somebody has eaten, and therefore that is impure for others to eat. Whatever food is uneatable, whatever misdeeds I may have committed. May the water make all such food and all such misdeeds pure for me, and also remove the evil effects of all the gifts that the wicked and evil people give to me. O water, you are Amrit, you are the elixir of immortality, you are the bed of Amrit, you are the bed of immortality. I offer Amrit in the Pran, in us, O Ward, under our care and our protection, you too are amply fed. Swaha to Pran, the most preeminent. Swaha to Apan. Swaha to Vyan. Swaha to Saman. And Swaha to Udan. With these words, he offers with his little finger and the thumb to Pran. With the ring finger, he offers to Apan. With the middle finger, he offers to Vyan. With the index finger, he offers to Saman. And with all the fingers, he offers to Udan. Then, silently, he makes one offering to Ekarsi, the sun. He makes two offerings to the Avanya fire in the mouth. He makes one offering to the Dakshin fire in the heart. He makes one offering to the Gadpatya fire in the navel. And he makes one offering to the all atoning, all expiating fire below the navel. Then he says to the water, you are the protective covering. You are the protective sheath. For immortality, I superimpose you on me. After which he rinses out his mouth. He then takes one more sip of the water and rinses out his mouth once again. Then taking water in the left hand, he lays hold of the heart with it, and he recites the following verse. The breath fire, the Prana Agni, which is the highest Atma, that breath fire, that Prana Agni is surrounded by the 5 vital breaths. It is the highest Atma that gives peace to all creatures. Knowing that Atma, I shall never be born again. You who are all and everything, you are all human. You are of multiform, and you sustain the universe that is born out of you. May all the sacrificial offerings enter into you. May they all enter there where you, the immortal Brahm, are there in everyone, are there in all. That spirit is great and it is refreshing. That spirit lives on the tip of the thumb. I will moisten him with water. May he then bring immortality right up to the tip of my fingertips. One should meditate on this Atma with this thought. I make him a fire sacrifice because he is the ward of all. Thus, in order to put the sacrifice into circulation, he makes the offering in his own body with the thought, by doing so, I put this sacrifice into circulation. 4 fires, along with the all atoning, all expiating fire as the 5th that were mentioned earlier at the end of the previous part. What are the names of those 5 fires? These fires are the sun as fire in the form of the solar disk that is surrounded by 1,000 rays, that is located as a Karsi in the head, because this is what is said about him. The optic fire is located in the mouth as the quadrangular Ahavanya fire, or the fire of invocation. The gastric fire that promotes digestion and that manages the sacrificial food is located in the heart as the crescent, the half moon-shaped Dakshin fire. Then comes the intestinal fire, the so-called intestinal fire, which cooks or which digests all the food that is eaten, that is drunk, that is licked, and that is chewed. And it is located in the navel as the Gadpatya or the householder's fire. And finally, what is called the all-atoning or the all-expiating fire, which has the three main arteries, Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna, as its three wives, and which brings about procreation by means of the moonlight, which is conducted through the three arteries, is what is located below the navel. Now, in this sacrifice that is offered in the body, that is decorated with sacrificial posts and sacrificial ropes, who is the sacrificer? Who is the wife of the sacrificer? Who are the Ritvik priests? Who is the Advaryu priest? Who is the Hotra priest? Who is the assistant of the Brahma priest? Who is the assistant of the Advaryu priest? Who is the assistant of the Udgatra priest? Who is the assistant of the Hotra priest? Who is the Udgatra priest? Who are the partners in the feast? Which are the sacrificial utensils? Which is the sacrificial food? Which is the sacrificial bed? Which is the northern fire hearth? Which is the Ida or the milk offering? Which is the Somvat? Which is the cart? Which is the sacrificial animal? Which is the strainer of the stream? Which is the bunch of grass? Which is the ladle, the sruva, by which the offering of the clarified butter or ghee is made? Which is the pot containing the ghee? Which are the two sprinklings of fat? Which are the two portions of offerings of ghee for Agni and Som? Which are the preceding offerings and which is the succeeding offering? Which is the recitation of the hymns? Which are the Samyor formula? Which is the Ahimsa or the non-injury formula that protects the Yajman or the sacrificer from any harm on account of a wrongly applied formula by any of the priests? Which is the Patni Samyajas or the offering made to the wives of the gods? Which is the sacrificial post? Which is the sacrificial rope? Which are the Isht? What is the reward of the sacrifice? And finally, what is the concluding bath? Now we answer each of these. In this sacrifice that is offered in the body, that is decorated with sacrificial ropes and sacrificial posts, the Atma is the Yajman, the sacrificer. Buddhi or the intellect is his wife. The Vedas are the chief Ritvik or priests who conduct the sacrifice. The Pran is the assistant to the Brahma priest. Apan is the assistant to the Advaryu priest. The Saman is the assistant to the Hotra priest. The Udan is the Udgatra priest. The Ahankar or the self-sense is the Advaryu priest. The mind is the Hotra priest. The body is the sacrificial bed. The nose is the northern fire hearth. The head is the Somvat. The right hand is the Sruva ladle by which the offering of ghee is made. The left hand is the pot containing the ghee. The ears are the two sprinklings of fat. The eyes are the two portions of offerings of ghee to Agni and Som. The neck is the strainer of the stream. The subtle elements, the tanmatras, are the partners in the feast. The gross elements are the first offerings. The basic elements are the subsequent offerings. The tongue is the Ida, or the offering of the milk. The teeth and the lips are the recitation of the hymns. The roof of the mouth is the Samyor formula. Compassion, patience, non-injury or ahimsa, and memory are the four Patni Samyajas, the offerings made to the wives of the gods. The sound Om is the sacrificial post. Hope is the sacrificial rope. The mind and conscience is the cart, desire is the sacrificial animal, the hair is the bunch of grass, the organs of sense are the sacrificial utensils, the organs of activity are the sacrificial food, non-injury or ahimsa is the isht. The rewards of sacrifice is renouncing that very reward. And the concluding bath is that which results through death. All the Godheads are in fact, indeed, enclosed here in this very body of ours. He, whosoever passes away in Benares, or he, whosoever reads this sacred text, to such a one, after this life, the liberation and salvation is sure to come. Yes, to such a one, liberation and salvation is sure to come. This concludes the Prana Agnihotra Upanishad. Om Shanti, 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 Om.